but I do not need to see full insertion.
You didn't see any
Barely
penetration. What are you talking
Holy
about?
shit! What do you mean there was
on
barely
top
any
of it.
titty? What do you mean there was barely any titty? You see him motion his dick and go into her.
You want to see a 3D penis come at you? Watch that.
I don't.
Well,
You say that, but I
Watch a
feel like you're gonna go Google it now, Eddie. You're gonna go on Netflix, add it to your queue, and watch
No,
it.
immediately after this,
energy
I'm
tonight
gonna
It's
I'm
a
gonna
good
consume
movie.
pizza.
Speaking of great
Yeah,
movies,
buddy, I got
welcome
two
to the
big
Real
cars that I
Stupid Review
definitely
Show.
think
I am your
went.
host,
Oh, we're doing it,
Gerardo. I am here
Where's
with
Mike?
Cody,
Mike's
Eddie,
in the living room.
and Izzy.
Oh
The
my
Avengers
God.
Mandate is this week.
Today we are reviewing Park Chan-wook's Thirst. It is a movie about a Catholic priest who turns into a vampire and is in love with his friend's wife.
I just want to know why I was subjugated to softcore porn for like 40 minutes.
I could have given you hardcore, but
Weren't
okay.
you telling us that you have a VHS of like hardcore gay porn in your house? Like this is nowhere near.
First of all,
I don't know.
Eddie,
Sorry
Eddie,
if I disclosed that. I don't know if I should have
it's a
disclosed that.
DVD.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
DVD,
21st century guy
and,
over here.
And Mike's roommate gave it to me.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I like the fresh take, like on a vampire movie. You know, it's very, very refreshing, especially when we kind of always get, it's always like some vampire council or some weird primordial evil that's just gonna slaughter a bunch of people in a town. Like it was at times like super funny. In a very old kind of like slapstick way. No, but like all of that together, I think it was just a refreshing take on like a genre that's been kind of really messed around with in like a negative way over the past like 20 or 30 years.
It sounds like it quenched your thirst.
Oh yeah.
This movie's called Thirst.
Yeah. It's so refreshing.
I mean, jumping on right after that, yeah, I agree that it was a very new take on like the traditional vampire origins. A thing that you touched on that I loved, that I also agree with, was just the large amount of religious subtext that was brought up. But this gives us a whole new view on it, something that a lot of people don't see and a lot of people don't know about, and it shows the faith or people of faith, quote unquote, in a completely different light. Just an interesting showing, all in all.
Senior Cody.
I enjoyed it though. It was alright.
I'm sorry.
Oh I just realized I forgot to say if I liked it or not.
There was a lot to like. The lead actor I really enjoyed. Overall, I had some problems with the way certain things were addressed. The main plot of the movie is this romance, and that was the part that I couldn't really buy into. So really all of the side stuff I thought was really good, but the main story lost me, so I wound up feeling kind of conflicted on it. I was a little bit let down, having seen a couple of his other movies that I consider to be like true, like unequivocal masterpieces. This is something a lot more pedestrian, so I wasn't a huge fan.
Korean Twilight is fucked. I was still in for the ride. Again, like Cody was saying, the VFX, the acting, the music. The music was one thing that really surprised me here. Like the variety they had, from the flute to the more like horror centric music later on during the vampire parts of the film. Like the spectrum they were able to utilize for this film was really something spectacular. So there was a lot to appreciate. I am a stickler for long run times though. Like this is 2 hours and 15 minutes.
This is not a long movie, man.
It's long, but again,
it's a long movie.
It's self-indulgent, but
movie.
it's just so masterful where I didn't mind it as much.
It's a long movie.
On the kissing, that might be the worst kissing I've ever seen on film.
You know, Cody, not everyone can be a Mac Daddy like you, Cody. Okay, some of us are not gifted with the fucking ability to suck down face like you, Cody. Okay, we're not all fortunate like you, bro.
All I knew was that you're supposed to kiss the lips.
Besides the sex scenes and the kissing, let's talk about the theme. Obviously it's a love story, but were you guys able to decipher anything deeper than that?
Is it go?
Besides, I was gonna say besides, yeah, the obviously stated like redemption after doing fucking Cody, after like all the horrible shit they've done. I don't think there was anything besides that.
I wanted you to go first because I didn't want to feel stupid by saying that. No, not really. I think it was kind of just what it appears to be.
We know generally in pop culture what a vampire is, its powers or weaknesses, but the way they really rolled it out in this film, show don't tell, I thought was really effective. Like my favorite part, the heightened senses montage, like that was the best sort of like Spider-Man-esque. It's like, oh, Spidey sense, he's getting all of his powers, like he's becoming the vampire.
That's really the hallmark of Park Chan-wook, is this ability to tell a story without laying it out for you and to allow you to sort of start drawing it in over time. Really, I'm just taking a long time to say I agree.
Language barrier and understanding another person's culture are 100% a thing that go into fully understanding and fully grasping, like, certain tones and certain themes in a film. Like I can say one phrase one way, and it could be interpreted a million and a half different ways based on just the way that I say it.
And as far as
Like, from the
understanding
directing to the
Korean
writing.
cinema, I want to say that I saw Gundam Style at least 20 times. So I feel like
That's
I'm
not Korean, but
pretty
okay.
good. Is that not Korean?
Oh, I
Sai
thought you
is-
said
It is
something else.
Korean.
I thought you
Whoa,
said
bro,
something
who's
else.
the-
Yeah,
who's
he
not-
heard Gundam.
Yeah.
No, I said Gundam Style, Well,
No,
So I feel like I'm pretty
No,
cultured in Korean culture. BTS. All right, rating times, boys.
Yeah,
Let's
yes,
give
big
them
C.
ratings. Izzy, man of the hour, what is the final consensus of the film?
You guys don't have like a half-star system, do you?
You can do whatever you want, bro. It doesn't fucking matter.
You wouldn't
You
let
can-
me have a half star.
Well, it's because it's you,
What?
Eddie. And Eddie, you know
God
what?
damn it!
Eddie, the difference is that Izzy fucking watched the movie.
I'm sorry to say, but I'm pretty sure I was asleep for the ending, because I do not remember this at all.
Why are you here? You have to watch the whole movie.
I'm also
That's
salty
because-
that I had to rent it on Amazon.
So he gets special treatment for doing the minimum amount of work.
Jesus
Which you
Hey, I
failed to
watched the
do.
movie.
Visually beautiful. I think every person in the movie was a great actor. Although I will say a lot of people get overshadowed because the main dude, he's just a master. I've had enough time to like think about it, and I've also been restructuring my whole rating system. I'll just stick to 4 for now. I'll stick to my old system for now.
That's real awesome.
I mean, as you guys said, visually the movie is fucking beautiful. The practical effects are dope to look at. Acting, fantastic. The amount of tension and like the sheer awkwardness that you feel throughout the entire film. Like you can cut that shit with a knife. Like not even a sharp knife either. I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5.
You know those memes that are like, oh, you want it done good, you want it done fast, you want it done cheap, you can only pick 2? All right, you want good directing, good acting, and good writing, you can only pick 2. This is a perfect example. Again, I feel like everything that was added by the director, the production, the actors, any of that was just pure fucking gold. But they went in with this script that did not deliver on these relationships in the beginning of the movie, and the bedrock of this film was undermined. So with all these beautiful things, all of this amazing work that went into it, it was undermined by a slightly subpar romantic story that goes through the entire thing. Overall, I think it breaks out to be more positive than negative. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
Wow, that's actually a little bit lower than I thought. Well, it makes sense from your explanation. I see where you're coming from. And again, my weakness as someone who loves films, I love all films. I saw Hubby Halloween. I loved it genuinely. So this is on par, if not better than Hubby Halloween. From the cheapest film to most expensive films, it all is being carried by the story. The story here might not have landed 100% for me like everyone is saying, but it was enough of it for me to enjoy it, to be on board. I mean, certain parts of this film, you can just like pick and choose and just watch those and just admire for what it is and all the talent and dedication and all the thinking. Like, for sure, this wasn't lazy. At least you can give it that. Like, I don't think anyone would say that they didn't try. Like, there was for sure a lot of attention to detail that I will applaud and give it a 5, which I would also give Hubby Halloween a 5. Adam Sandler, he's back, baby.
Shut up!
You know, it wasn't disappointing. This last Tuesday's episode of The Weary Travelers, where we finally concluded a multi-month-long arc. But check that shit out.
And we were going to try to do more extra shows and bits and whatnot. So thank you, Codey. Thank you, Izzy, for the great recommendation for this week. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, myself, for being so handsome with his hair gel, even though I'm self-conscious about it.
You do look super happy.
We'll see you guys.
Hey, thank you, Mike, for this
soon.
hat.
Thank you, Mike.
Because this is a fucking gorgeous hat.
we love
Mike's
Mike.
not even here. But
I'll
You
come
can
you
feel it.
All right, and we're gone. Bye. If you start looking at the ingredients and it's like, oh, this has anthrax, fucking ricin in it. You know, don't look at the subtext of the film. It breaks apart. It breaks apart. It breaks apart. You just, be ignorant, enjoy the candy, and then go upon your merry life. You know.